Hey y'all, this is Aaliyah from the future. I'm editing the video right now, and as I'm watching it, I noticed my mic picked up like a whole bunch of wind. So I tried to add the captions because last time I didn't because I kind of wanted to stop doing that, but it won't let me because I think the video is too big. So I'm gonna turn the volume down. It's not bad the whole time. It's just like a couple times where the wind comes. So I'm gonna turn the volume down so it's not too loud. And I hope y'all can still understand me and hear me. Okay. I'm back after a very lackluster weekend that I initially did. I made it lackluster on my own, like with my own choices. So essentially, although I have been academically suspended from my previous institution, I still live in the city, which is like a huge party school. So all the way up until literally February, the last time I've gone out and like had a time with my friends, like a party, was February. And this past weekend, it was like this huge event, and everybody up until last week, everybody was like, you should come, why aren't you coming, what are you thinking, da da da. And then it came down to the weekend of, it was like Thursday, and like nobody said nothing. And I didn't know whether to get in my feelings about that, or to just be like, okay, whatever, like, you know. Because I was thinking, I was like, maybe they just don't want to hear me constantly say the same thing. Because every time people would ask me, I would just say that I was like too scared, too anxious, didn't want to see nothing I didn't want to see, didn't want to leave crying. Because that's what's been happening every single time I try to go out. I leave crying, or I like leave super early because I'm like, I think I'm gonna cry, or I think I'm gonna get anxious, and I end up like regretting that, or like I get home and it's just like, it hasn't been good. Even when I try to go out with like one of my friends, just one friend, like I've been having like bad luck. Like I'll look up and the place will be closed. Like me and my friend pulled up to a spot. We had been thinking about this place for weeks, and we pulled up to a spot and it was closed. Just closed, like randomly just closed. It just happened to be closed on that day. And the week, like a couple days before that, me and my friend tried to go out to this place, pulled up, closed. It was like typically always open. It was closed. I wish this could have had a flower on it. It's just sitting in the way. But yeah, I've just been having bad luck with like going out and stuff. So I've just kind of like been like, nah. But this past weekend, it was like super huge, and everybody was asking, like I said, and then nobody said nothing. And I just was like, you do that thing where you like to be like, all right, whatever, I'm gonna just not say nothing to nobody then, and it's like not their fault, because I told myself, I'm like, maybe they just genuinely didn't want to hear me say no again, or maybe they just assumed that you were gonna say no. So it's Monday now, and basically the event has passed, and I told myself, oh, once it passes, I'll be like fine. Because the day of the event, I was just in my room crying because I was like regretting it, and then I was like, well, I literally could have just gone, and I still didn't, because like nobody has said nothing, and then I'm not huge on pulling up by myself and sliding by myself. I'm just like socially anxious all the time. I keep like messing with my hair because I actually love my hair. But yeah, I just be like socially anxious all the time. And I keep saying to myself, like, stop victimizing yourself. Stop putting yourself in the situation to feel bad for yourself all the time. Like, stop making yourself feel like you're not worth having fun, and like you're not capable of going out to have fun. Because lately, in my last relationship, I noticed that often, and I've noticed it for the last like couple of years, that I often get, I don't want to say jealous because I don't really want to admit that, but like I often get jealous when I hear that my like friends or my significant other is like outside without me or having fun without me. I just had to breathe after that because, like, I don't be telling nobody that. I don't be telling nobody that. And yeah, I don't really know how to feel about it. Like, or no, I know how to feel about it. I'm tired. I'm tired of feeling like that. My friend called, she wants to like debrief, or no, she sent me a voice message and she's like, she wants to debrief and she wants to talk about it. And I'm like, nah, like, I don't want to hear it. I got like a little snippet. And it's so crazy because after I listened to her voice message, I was like sitting at the table and like two people above me or two people in front of me was like talking about the weekend. Like, they were like, oh yeah, I did this and I did this, what did you do, da da da. And I'm just sitting there like listening, like, oh, that could have been me, but no, I stayed in the house. I'm not really sure if it has to do with abandonment because I don't know, it probably does. I think it most definitely has to do with like the lack of self-worth, the lack of self-esteem. And I never, one of my, what was it, the last video or the second to last video I did talked about me finally going out by myself. I don't go out alone. I don't ever really spend time with myself unless I have to. So honestly, that concert I had to because I had already bought the ticket and my friend couldn't make it. So I had to go and I'm glad I did. I had fun and that's why I came back and I spoke positively about it because I could have been like, oh my gosh, you only did that because da da da. But I don't even want to get into that, you know? But like, as I was walking here, I was like, bro, you don't really enjoy your own company because you don't know how to. You never have. You never have. You have never, like, you don't take yourself out. Like, these things that I've been doing, I've been taking myself to the park. I've been, what is that noise? I keep hearing like a squeak. Anyway, these things that I've been doing, taking myself out, like making the intention to get sun and get fresh air, and like other than having to like go to school, because like for a long time, the only time I was getting fresh air and sun is like on the way to the car and like on the way into school. So I was like, bro, you have to like be real and go get real air and fresh air and stuff, like for once in your life. Like, you never really do that. I'm at a park that's down the street from my house. I never be here, but now I do. So it's like I don't want to be too hard on myself right now because I genuinely have like been making the effort. But when I think I've said this in one of my videos, I just hate feeling like I'm on a time crunch. And I feel like when I talk to my friends that are at my old school, I feel like I have to speed it up and get better and look better soon. And right now I'm in a situation where I'm just kind of like keeping myself MIA while I'm about to post this video. But like I just don't have the energy to talk to nobody, respond to nobody, and I just don't feel worthy of doing so. I feel like, ooh, I feel like, okay, my friends was like, they always be like, Aaliyah, you need to come, like, da da da. And it gotta be like a tree or something. I don't know if y'all hear that squeaking. Now, let me stop. But, come outside, da da da. And I was thinking to myself, and sometimes, lately, I've been talking to myself, like, not often. The way I talk to myself is completely different than last month, and I'm so proud of that. Let's right, because I used to talk to myself like I was a hater of myself. But like, yeah, they always be like, come outside, and the other day I was like, basically I was calling myself a loser, and I was like, I just don't see what they see in me. Like, am I really, what do I bring to the table? Like, am I really, like, that was coming out. It was like I was telling myself, and I was finally seeing that, like, I don't see myself as worthy as even, like, what am I trying to say? I don't even see what they see in me. Like, my friends are like, Aaliyah, come outside. I miss you. I miss your aura. I miss your vibe at the functions. I miss your vibe in my dorm. I miss you at this institution. And I don't understand why. Because I don't feel like that about myself. I'm tired of feeling insecure. Like, it's so lame. And I'm like, okay, what do I do? Like, I've been saying my affirmations. I'm very impatient. It's like I hate being on the time clock. I hate being on the time crunch. I hate feeling rushed. But I rush myself all the time to feel better like this. And to feel like more secure like this about myself. And to be more confident. And it's just like, that stuff takes time, I know. Summer's here. I don't want to have summer depression. I'm dreading. Like, you would think that I would be like, yeah, school's finna end. Yeah. No, I do not want school to end. Like, I'm not, like, I'll probably be coming to this park. Like, I'm gonna just speak that into existence. I'll be coming outside. But, like, you know how much courage I'm gonna have to build up to come out alone? Every day. I was writing in my journal the other day, and I was like, at the end of it, I have not cried. Like, I remember when I first got into journaling, and I would always hear people be like, you know, be careful, be kind, be kind with yourself, and take time because you're gonna have this emotional da da da. I must not have been journaling correctly all this time, because I have never, well, you're not supposed to cry every single time, but like, this is the first time that I was writing and I couldn't keep writing because I made myself cry, because I was like, maybe I am just a loser. Like, that was the last thing I wrote in my journal. Why do I think about myself like that? I don't know. Because even my friends and my peers don't even see me like that. But the thing is, while I love them and their opinions forever matters, that doesn't equate to how I feel about myself. So it's not coming off as if I feel, it's not coming off that way. And what's coming off is me feeling like a loser. What's coming off is the lack of self-esteem. What's coming off is the insecurity. That's what people see when they interact with me. That's what people hear when they talk to me. I don't want to get too much into like how I think my weight has to do with it, because I did talk about it. I think it was my last video, or no, my second to last video. So that means the other video was my third to last. So I lied. But my second to last video, I was talking about, the big back stuff, and yeah, I'm a bigger woman, and I do feel like where I am, we're not necessarily loved. Like, I need to go to Texas somewhere, like where the stallions, where the thick women are appreciated, but. I do think that, like, oftentimes my counterparts, my peers, don't really understand, like, the experience I have as a bigger woman, especially when you go out and, when you have to take, like, the courage that it would take for me to go out was, like, the tenfold, because the risk of just being, like, completely ignored, completely just left out because of how I appear to others is kind of high. Now, I can say, as you open your mouth, that's this is my experience when I didn't really talk like that. And mind you, I haven't been out. I do feel like I have a lot of newfound confidence as far as my physical, I don't talk bad about my body no more. I don't talk bad about myself when it comes to my physical no more, really. I'm working on my body. I'm working out. I'm becoming, like, I love working out. I love how I feel after. It's so freeing. Just like how I love getting sun and getting air. I hope it don't rain because it look like it's finna. But yeah. I'm just tired. I am. So I want to make this title like refusing to be insecure, but I'm not. I don't know. I guess this is the road. This is the first part, because the amount of self work, shadow work, as people may call it, transformations, digging deep that I've been doing is like almost to the point where I'm like a little tired of it, because I be like over processing, over analyzing everything, and there's just like this fine line between self-work and just like overthinking. Like now you just doing too much. You going too deep into it. But that's really what I wanted to talk about. Like, to be open, honest, and vulnerable. I feel very insecure right now about the external, about my life, and internally. And like I said, I have this newfound, self confidence physically, but internally. And when I say externally, I mean like my life, like how my life looks, like how school's about to end. I'm not working yet. I don't really want to work, but I want to work with kids, so like I'm trying to manifest that, because I have before. It's not really that hard, but I gotta find a new spot to go to. And like my closest friend is gonna be gone for like a month of the summer, so I'm just thinking real far into a lot of things, and I just don't see myself looking forward to anything. So sometimes I think about my future and I just get sad, and I don't like that. I don't. I'm no longer comfortable. Like, everything is actually changing. I'm no longer comfortable feeling insecure. I used to find comfort in just being like, no, I'm gonna stay in the house and make everybody feel bad for me by not talking to anyone. Like, that is so middle school. That's so childish. Like, that's like going to school. That's like going to school. Mad on purpose because you want somebody to ask you what's wrong. Like, that's what we used to do when we was kids. Like, oh, I'm gonna go to school and I'm gonna keep my mouth shut all day. And then you start talking by second period. That's what you do when you a kid. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, obviously, I still have this trait. Now, I'm not like, it crossed my mind to be like, all right, I'm not gonna talk to nobody then. But I didn't want to act in that way. I really just have been feeling like drained. Like, okay, I don't even feel like responding because I don't even know what to tell you. I don't know what to say. My life is it's just in shambles. That's what it feels like. My life is in so many shambles that I have no response. And like, I don't want to bring that around people, so I don't really know how to tell my friends that and whatnot. And when I say friends, I'm literally talking about 3 people, and really it's 2. It's really 2. So that's another thing, like, not liking like the lack of friendship I have. Like, everything is changing. Like, I used to always want to have one friend. I used to actually always want to have one friend because any more than 1 or 2 was too much. Now I just want I want to find like my soul tribe. I want to find like a group, like 5 baddies that I want to be around. It's just like, yeah, these are my friends and these are new people that I met. Like, I haven't made no new friends at my new school. I talk to this girl every now and again because we have class together, but like, it's not much. It's not a friendship. And I think that goes hand in hand with like us as a society, like my generation just being so socially awkward because of like lockdown, and then having to return into lockdown, and then like social media just took over like within the span of a year. Now everybody's on social media. Nobody's real no more. Nobody knows how to talk. Nobody knows how to talk to people anymore. Nobody has people skills. And like, imagine being anxious before COVID, and like they grant you to sit in the house. I was like, yes, I wanted to be in the house. I love that, right? I was comfortable. I'm a homebody. But like, that's changing too. Like, I don't want to be in the house all the time. I love to clean my room and be in my room for a minute, but I swear to you, it's been getting sickening. It's been getting real sickening. It's been getting real, like, it feels like I'm suffering in my own room sometimes. So I have to leave and come here and like regroup, and it'd be cool until I feel like I'm suffering again, and I feel like I have to find another solution all over again. So yeah, I don't know. Let me try to. I think my action plan is just going to be to continue doing what I'm doing. And since school is about to end, I'm just gonna have to find that courage to start taking myself out, even if that's like across the street. Cause I live across the street from a little like a plaza, like strip mall kind of thing. It's like a Goodwill and a couple food spots. It's not nothing crazy, but like, I don't have to go out necessarily every day. But like just making sure I get sun and the basics is I've been yeah, I just have to make sure all my basics are filled. Like vitamin D, potassium, eating well, sleeping well, having the basic sleep, getting the bare minimum, not the bare minimum, cuz like people do not be working out. So like once again, clapping my so I've been working out down. But yeah, just to continue doing what I'm doing already, and just hoping that like things get better soon. I'm just getting very impatient with a lot of things, and I feel like I have to like hurry up because summer's here, and I don't know. I hate feeling like, okay, once it comes, I'll feel better. Like it's like, okay, once I get out of school, I'll just have to figure it out. Like, no, I wanna figure it out now, or I wanna feel cool now. I don't like sitting in uncertainty, sitting in uncertain emotions, sitting and being sad. Like I hate it. That's what I want to limit. It's cool to sit with yourself and process things, but like I think I be dragging it. I drag it. Like this weekend, I dragged it. Of course, I was sad because I didn't buy the ticket and I didn't go outside, and nobody had really texted me. Of course, I was sad, but I did not have to sit there and be sad all day. I didn't. But what I did was conjure thoughts up in my mind of like the worst happening while I wasn't even there. Like, oh my gosh, what if my friend texts me and says that she saw with like, girl, you making yourself suffer, bruh. I'm tired. But yeah, it's kind of cold. It's like where I'm at, the weather just be bamboozling because it was just like warm. I was like on the way to school, I was like a little hot in this because I'm wearing like a jogging suit. So yeah, I'm in this for real this time, and maybe I'll update, in my next episode on how I'm feeling. But my next episode might be a little different. I'm thinking actually. My next episode might be a little different. And I can say it here. Black women are being murdered at crazy rates. And the thing is, black women have been getting murdered at crazy rates. But now it's just being recorded. Now it's being recorded. Nobody cares to help. Nobody cares to intervene. And nobody cares to stop. Every other time I get on Twitter, I kid you not, for the last 2 weeks, every other time I get on Twitter, there's a video footage of a black woman being murdered. Every other time I get on social media, there's a new headline of a black woman being dismembered. Are y'all not seeing what I'm seeing? Because I see it. And it just seems like nobody cares. But I care. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet. But that's one of the things that I be telling myself, like, girl, not only do people not want fat people to exist, like I said in my second to last video, but people don't want black women to exist. People don't want black people to exist. The world doesn't. The world doesn't care. Genocide is happening. And you got pro-Israel raves going on next to the encampment at Columbia. Y'all are just not too much. So seems like things are just so calculated, and I've been consuming a lot of stuff, almost too much. And I think that could be another thing. I really need to delete Twitter, but I just feel like I would be not wrong to do so, but I just feel like there's too much going on to like rid myself of like current events, because that's honestly where I get my current events, because where else would you get them? I don't know, because the news is not credible no more, and Twitter really isn't either, obviously, like, but that's where I get my news from currently. So yeah, this is the longest video I have. If you watch this far, thank you so much. I hope to see you again. I hope this helped you in some way. I hope if hopefully you hopefully you can't relate right now. Well, no, because if you can relate, then but like hopefully you feel better, maybe this is something that you could have related to at one point, or you're going through it and you like these, or you like, girl, I've been through that too. So yeah, once again, thank you so much for tuning in to this diary, this podcast, and I'll see you soon.